Hey there. Welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Day by Day. Blast from the past happening right now. She is... I can't explain it. She has really good days and she's has trouble falling asleep some nights. Did intend for this to happen. Anyway, hope you can get past it. I wish... That's the problem with being me, right? I only have so much time in a day. If I could figure out how to filter all this stuff in, filter all this stuff out, if I had enough time to research it, it would be one thing. But I'm gonna pause it. She's super loud. Like I was saying, I thought about this earlier. Um, there's like I said last night, um, tremendously blessed by these three children. Um, but with it, you have a trade-off with everything. Um, and when I was back when I was younger, back when we were first married, I just did what I wanted. Played a lot of World of Warcraft, played a lot of other stuff, and as I got older, interest shifted, and I had an idea for to talk about because I think I don't know if it was last night or a couple of nights ago. I mentioned possibility that we're gonna get the Resolute and Dark Tyrannus here in a month or two, and then I had this thought earlier of what if it's a misdirect? What if we're not getting Dark Tyrannus? What if we're getting because I want you to think about who are the Lightspeed bundles that have come out already. The Lightspeed bundles that have come out already, Rey, Kylo, of course, everything that goes along with them, the Finalizer, the Radis, Starkiller came out, of course. And I'm sort of at the point now where it's like, kind of wish I had taken another look at the Radis and the Starkiller bundles. Sorry about that. She's still crying. It does not help when you don't hit what I need. Can't have a 0 on... Oh my gosh, a 0 out of 10. That'll drive me crazy there. A 0 out of 10 pulls. That's like, what just happened? Hey, 2, that'll work. We'd have went 0 for 15. I'd have been pissed. But anyways, I was thinking, what if, I wouldn't just say Darth Tyrannus is a misdirect, but Arnold even threw out the possibility of what if it's Yoda? People are like Gentler Palpatine Yoda because of the Phantom Menace thing. And I get it with the last few raids we have had. At least I think, because I started right when the crate raid was coming out. Didn't get to touch it at all, but I think that, they brought out Jabba with the crate raid. And then we did the crate raid as the big raid up until Leia came out. And then when Leia came out, they switched it to the raid we have now. The indoor speeder bikes. And so people are thinking, it's going to be another, because Naboo, it's going to be General Palpatine or Yoda. Which, if it is, it's fine. Or, even Darth Tyrannus, whatever. But my thought was, what if it's not? Now I have nothing to go by other than the fact that I want this to be. This is who I would love it to be. And you notice the factions, like I was saying earlier about the factions, what they did. Kylo, Rey, Finalizer, Radis, Starkiller, Bam, Shadows of the Empire, Gas, Padme, Ewoks, Geo's, Nine Sisters. Okay? So in that, we look at that faction-wise. We look at the faction-wise, and Gas's 501st, Clones, Bounty Hunters was in the Finalizer, Droids are wherever in the Padme bundle, Empire hasn't really been touched, except for Mara and Darth Talon type stuff. Ewoks have obviously been touched. First Order has been touched. Collective Republic has been touched. Geo's Gungans just came out. Hotartel, they're basically new, so they haven't been touched. Imperial Troopers, we haven't had anything for Imperial Troopers, so I think C will be soon. They're not going to do Inquisitors. The Jawas, I don't know. Phoenix, yes. Rebels, Kal-Katarn. But not really anything other than that, right? No, we had Shadows of the Empire. What am I thinking about? Sorry about that. That was my bad. Shadows of the Empire. Resistance with Rey. Rogue One. They're not going to do that because Profanity just came out a couple of years ago, so they're not going to do that. So this is no. Scoundrels here and there, these with the Finalizer, Bam if you bought the Mando pack, the Mando requirements, Shadow of the Empire a little bit. And basically, if you bought all of the packs, you would have a really good Scoundrel contingency. Seps with Padme, and the Geos, so there's that. Sith, maybe Talon if you bought the whatever pack, but not really anything else, right? Sith Empire, same thing. Smugglers. If you bought like once again, if you bought the Starkiller, you got him. If you bought the Radis, you got L3 and young Lando. If you bought, you could have ended up with Veteran Smuggler Han and Chewie. Other than that, no. So Wookiees, Tuskens, whatever, Wookiees, not really. So what does that leave? What does that leave? We can talk about Mandalorians, but Sabine was there. They give you a pack for Bam. You could have gotten him in a pack. Was he part of the separatist thing? Maybe. I don't remember. But other than that, uh, these two are brand new. She's brand new. Mala's in a what you call it, so I don't think it's gonna be Mando's. But what that does leave, and this is not a great idea because all of these people are basically Leviathan requirements, so they're not going to do this. But what they could do, what if they did this? What if, because outside of going for Darth Revan and Jedha Revan and needing to take, I think it is Bastila? Is it Bastila and Shorty that you need for the Leviathan? I don't know. Let's take a look real quick. Darth Revan, Darth Malik. Sith Emperor, Trooper, Sith Trooper, Darth Maul, HK, so you need HK, Bastila, Shorty. And then you need the Ibn Hawk. So outside of needing Shorty, HK, and Bastila for the Leviathan, there are largely no high-level requirements that you need for the Old Republic. Plus, how many people use the Old Republic for the crate raid? I don't know. I didn't. If you had Revan and you had the Revans, then you were ready to go. You were good to go for the crate raid. But other than that, you have no reason to relic. You have no reason to do anything with these characters at all, other than what you need for Shorty, Bastila, and HK, like I said, and of course, Darth Revan and Darth Malik for the Leviathan. But you don't need T3, Karth, Mission. And granted, I know that Karth and T3 were in a pack last year. Back in October, back in December, whenever. But nobody else. Yes, I know they just buffed Juhani to make her easier to get. But you don't need any of these characters at high relics. I mean, yes, if you're running to do the assault battle, you need Jedi Knight Luke lead with Revan, Jolie, and Bastila, I think. But you don't need Kandra. You need Candra's for some Mandalorian shenanigans. But you don't need Juhani or Mission or Zawa or Karth or T3 for anything. So my thought was this. What if the next Galactic Legend is Old Republic? Now people have been speculating because they brought Malgus in 2 years ago that they will bring in Satele Shan in the same way. Satele is the Jedi, those of you don't know. Malgus is the Sith Lord from the MMO Star Wars The Old Republic. Sorry, not Knights of the Old Republic. The Old Republic, which is now 12 years old, which is a game that I used to play and that I would love to play. Getting back to the time constraint thing. If I had more time, because I played it for a long time, and I enjoyed it a lot. And Satele I think as I told you or alluded to, she's great. She's a total badass. And so I think it's reasonable that they might, if they did bring in, I'm not saying they will, this is pure speculation, if they brought in a Satele, in that they would make you relic all those characters. And I think they would bring in Marquise of her supporting cast, like her, like Mr. Jace Malcolm, like, what was that, Nico? I just set it up. I'm going to bring it up on the screen real quick. If I can find it, which I don't think I am real quick. Sorry. Shh. Thinking out loud, don't do that. It's not great. All right, so Teal Sway. All right, so we got, you got her master. That is what's his name? Really, she got three, but the one I'm thinking about is Kaio Sen Dekram, Desham, Darkuk, Darshuk. I don't know. But anyway, like I was saying, they would bring in Marquise, like some of her partners, like Jason Malcolm, Nico or Okier. I don't know what the name is. Yeah. But I would love if they did that. But then again, I think they're just as likely to, I don't know. I was going to say something and I'm like, nah, let's not. But I think in the back half of this year, we're going to get the, what you call it? I didn't mean to spin that there. Ooh, I got sidetracked. I was going to go do the bomber and I got sidetracked. But, yeah, I think we'll get, I don't know I want it to be the Resolute and maybe Dartarenus. And then I think we'll get the, a Dark Legendary at the end of the year. In some form. I don't know who it would be, but I think, it will involve, I think it will involve the Ahsoka chef from last year. Shan and Balin and Morgan. I don't know in what capacity, but I think it's coming. But I don't know. I don't even know why I picked. I just like, yeah, let's talk about this. But anyway, I'm glad the girl quieted down. She was so weird. Some nights she has really good nights, and other nights there's just like, it's not so good. How close are we to this? Let's find out. I have not looked at this, and if we can do it somehow right now, I know we can take it to 4 right now. We have easily enough to get to 4. Can we get to 5 though? That's the question. Let's see. Mm. It gets us close. It gets us close. What? How much do I need to take away to get back to the... No, let's not. Let's keep going, go up all the way. $74. 6 more. 6 more and we'll be there. 6 more. Let's go ahead and, you know what? Let's go ahead. I need to do a little bit more here. So I want to go ahead and be ready for when we get to do it. Because you knew it was going to be before the thing. Let's go down to, I don't know. Oops, that was too much. All right, so let's go and pop 4. Like 4. Oh, we need these too. So we need 6 more of these. These rhodium heat sinks are not hard. We should be able to get these right now. So let's go ahead and... Oh, okay, I was like... I can't not have these. I would have been like, ah. There we go. Okay. And it's a little... Go back. Is that enough? It is enough. Yeah, okay. So 6 more and we'll be there. 6 more, however many days, and then we'll be Relic 5 with him. That's good. Got a cough again. It's getting better a little bit every day. You might not seem that way, but I can definitely feel the better. I can definitely feel that we're getting a little closer every day. Gosh, getting that 0 for Chupio tonight was just, oh, brutal. It's like of all the luck. What if we, how about it's like, what if we just did pin pulls and didn't get anything tonight? What would happen? Because you're like, oh, I'm gonna be done in 30 days. Not when you go 0 for 10. You're not gonna be done with your farm in 30 days. I mean, because you don't think you can go 0 for 10. It's just logical, and it's like, surely I'm gonna get 20% drop rate. Which on days when we get 2 out of 5, that's kind of like 20% drop rate. And when you go, 10, it's like you're actually going, what am I doing here? What am I doing? What did I click on? What in the world? I don't even, I'm like, what am I doing? Oh my gosh. They do a galactic war. Oh my gosh. Don't do that. Don't do that. When you can't realize, when you're like, oh, that's not what I wanted to be doing. That's not a good thing at all. Continue to work on Anakin Starfighter. Gotta get that done. I really want it done. You know, after I saw Beaver, that guy, he reminded me, because he's like, yeah, I'm just not farming Ravensclaw. He reminded me how good Ravensclaw was, because I had forgotten. And you don't have to take my word for it. Dribble did a video on the beginning Home 1 fleet that was really super relevant before this whole light speed thing came out. And since then, it's, in my opinion, it's still really good. It's just, you've got to know when to use it. And I think, I'm curious for myself, because I want to know how good it is versus Negotiator. Because I'm learning as I continue to use my bounty hunters how good my default Executor fleet is against the Negotiators. And I'm like, and even my crappy 4-star Executor is like, it's holding its own against most of those Negotiators, because most of those Negotiator people, they didn't farm anything. All they're like, oh, I can buy Negotiator, and here it is, and rah. And I'm like, yeah, I see your rah, and I raise you whatever. That's really what it feels like. That's really what it feels like. It's like, okay, that's cute. Here we go. Have this. Bye-byes. Because it feels like everybody just literally, you know. And the thing is, I don't even know if they were, but as soon as they bought in the Negotiator, they're just like, yeah, I'm just going to throw it out there and see what happens. And I have not risen up against one that my fleet cannot handle. Because, you know, there's just some days, there's even, I think there's even a guy with a Relic 8. What's his face that I just totally maul? He's got a Relic 8 Kenobi, and my 4-star Negotiator just goes, okay, that's cute. It's really fun, by the way. Anyway, I'm talking a lot. I'm going to go ahead and go. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the time. Subscribe to the channel. God bless. Hold the line. I'll see you tomorrow.